All right, that was successful. Time to rest before summer comes. Triple M.
Where is he? I know who to call.
It's and Laws here on Triple M. Roo, we've got a caller on the line. 13353. Who have you got there?
Simon from Brahma Lodge. Good morning, Simon. What would you like to say?
Good morning, guys. I'm looking for Johnny. Have you seen him anywhere?
Johnny who?
Johnny who?
Johnny Keko.
Johnny Keko.
Johnny Keko.
Johnny Keko, what an elusive character. I've got to say, Simon, I haven't seen him recently. Often seen sleeping at the reception desk at Triple M.
Well, I get confused because sometimes I think it's hot, and we've got a receptionist that's quite hot.
Actually, you're right. Long, curly, black hair.
Who's coming into the side this weekend, Anton?
We haven't made the decision yet. We're still looking at how the players respond to training this morning to make a decision.
Sorry, Anton.
Here?
I've got a text. Have you seen Johnny?
Johnny who?
Johnny Gecko.
Johnny Gecko. Probably eating some chavapis at Burkala or Biograde.
You might want to ring maybe. What's the kebab joint on Prospect Road?
I see him
Garn.
at Garn
Geez, he
Kebab
likes
House.
his tucker, Johnny.
Thanks for ringing in, Simon.
Good on you, Simon. Thanks for the call.
Simon from Brahma Lodge.
Where is Johnny Keko?
Who knows?
Oh no!
Hello and welcome to the local game for season 2026. I am very excited to be here. We're in a brand new studio. It's been a huge off season and we're ready to rock and roll once again. I'm your host Johnny Keko alongside for the very first episode of 2026, Simon Gimenez. Good to have you back, mate.
No, pleased to be back. I'm excited for a very big season ahead.
Yeah, big year. It's going to be exciting. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to get through as well. It's a brand new show. We've got heaps of great segments, including Press for Time back again. Antonio Spagonis signed the waiver to say he's happy for 20 seconds. And I'll give him some extras here and there, but no guarantees. We are bringing back Club Talk as well, which is very exciting. MetroStars is going to be the first one tonight. And also, we're bringing in Volunteer of the Week. Every single week. We're excited about that. And we've got the more details to come very, very soon. But one thing everyone's loved is the hot topics. We do it every single year. And this year, let's do it. Let's go straight into our first hot topic of the day. It is a big off season. There's been a lot of signings happening. Let's talk about some of the big ones so far. We've seen, let's actually talk about the grand final because MetroStars unfortunately lost the grand final. Feels like a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But the man that scored the goal to win it, or like to be a part of it and help Croydon get over the line, is now been signed by them to be up front this season, and that's Andre Cole.
Yeah, I wonder how his reception would have been when he arrived to MetroStars, because 93rd minute goal was his last encounter with MetroStars in the grand final to put them ahead and claim the championship. And now he's playing for the opposition, which is pretty remarkable. But, I mean, seasoned player, 58 games with Croydon, 33 goals for Croydon. As well. Of course, MetroStars no longer have Owen Windsor, so he might be the appropriate man for the job.
Yeah, he will be. And I saw him at training as well. I've got to say, the rig he's got on him, he's looks very fit and ready to go this season.
Did he give you a bit of a parade with his top off or something?
That was at training. So, but I won't give too much of an insight of what Club Talk is happening a bit later on. But but what I will say as well is a massive one that we saw at MetroStars home game, a big player. Dom Costanzo, he's now going to be in the league. There's a lot of talk during the Australian Championship that he may be coming back, and whispers of, will he come to Metro, will he go back to Croydon? But he's gone to where his dad's at, and that is Adelaide City.
Yeah, I think that was inevitable, really, that he was going to be reunited with his dad, a club legend for Adelaide City, and of course Adelaide United as well. Yeah, it was when he came down for Apia for the first game of the Oz Champs. I think we were probably sitting at the same table, and a few of us were having the conversation. You know, here he's coming back to Adelaide. Where's he going to land? Where's it going to be? And I guess we'll talk about it a little bit more, Adelaide City, as they gear up for the Oz Champs. But they've made the big pickup.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I can't wait to see how that goes. But let's talk about a bit of the women's football as well. NTC, a few of those players have left and strengthened some other teams around the grounds as well.
Yeah, and a couple that I wanted to highlight was Campbelltown are the beneficiary of a couple of those NTC players, which is really big. Their last bit of the season last year was massive, so they've picked up Simic and Wieserek. And MetroStars, no longer Metro United, MetroStars for this year, are the beneficiaries of Krantis, Barber, and Grigg as well. So 3 pickups for MetroStars. They're hoping to make it a big 2026.
Absolutely. Liv Brumley as well.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
pickup.
That's a big one. Returning to Campbelltown. She was playing over in the UK in the Women's Super League 2 for Durham FC. And she's obviously previously won that treble with West Adelaide as well. So she's going to be a big pickup back home wearing red for Campbelltown.
We've talked about this a lot now. It's topic number 2. This is something I loved. It kept me busy in the off-season. Very busy. It kept you busy too.
Yeah.
Kept us all busy, actually.
Yeah.
But Oz Champs, how good was it? The buzz around it was awesome. Is a change. I think it's actually added a little bit of fuel to the fire in regards to the off-season signings. I think Don Costanzo has gone to give that firepower to LA City because they've got ambitions to be there this year. I have a thought.
Yeah, so with Dom Costanzo specifically, he was proven in the Oz Champs for Apia. He made that high-profile move from Marconi across to Apia. Yeah, it absolutely changes the complexion of the season. We always had this weird thing where we kind of wondered, what does the top of the table, the premiership, mean?
Yeah.
In the NPL, and now we know that it means the all-important Australian Championship spot. It was sort of whispered around the places in the lead up to the first Oz Championships, how much does it actually mean?
Yeah.
But once you see your crosstown rivals play in it,
Yeah.
everyone wants to play in it.
So good.
Yeah, so I think it makes just a really interesting situation as we get ready for that as well. And then off the back of it, there's also going to be implications on this season too.
Yeah.
Because a longer season than we've ever seen for the MetroStars players.
Yeah, and I think I've heard that Barbiero is retired now. He was meant to retire during the Australian Championship. I've heard he's retired.
Okay. Are we going to tackle that one?
Well,
yes.
I'm just going to put it out there. I reckon he's just gone fishing a bit more longer. And
You think
he
so?
He might be back later. I don't
Well,
know.
Jackson Walls has been named captain officially of MetroStars.
I don't think you can keep him away for too long.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll find
He's
out.
made returns before.
He has.
I mean, he's. We always talk about his age. It feels a little bit rude at this point, but 42 years of age.
He'll be back.
I believe. Yeah, I think he's still got a couple of good years left. He adds presence to that team when he came on. He didn't play much during the year, but when he took the field during the Oz Champs, I think he still lifted the squad and he's got a lot to give.
I love the Oz Champs. It's really showcased the male players. I want to talk about, just very briefly as well, do you reckon, I think the Oz Champs may be a little bit too far away as a potential for the women's game, but we haven't got Australian Cup yet for the women. Do you reckon we need this now or in the next couple of years for the women's game to grow, and is it a good time to bring that in, women's national tournament, just so we can get a bit of a taste of the national side of the women's?
I'd certainly love to see it. The thing for me is, I mean, there's some unique challenges to the women's games as well. Probably one is the fact that a lot of the players go between the NPL clubs and to the A-League women's. So that's a little bit of a challenge there. Oz Champs, it's still a money sink at this point for Football Australia. So financially, it's going to make things harder. But I think the women deserve a chance to compete.
Yeah.
Let's see the best from South Australia face off against the best from Victoria, New South Wales.
Yeah.
Who's the best in Australia?
Yeah, all we do is the former, like the old NPL championship days where MetroStars did play in and they won. So, lastly, a quick one, Sassel. We've seen some Sassel clubs come into State League 2 now. How do you feel about this? Good, bad, indifferent? Because we're seeing a few come in and leaving Sassel completely. And we've got a couple of those this year as well.
For me, it's just a symptom of where we're at. I think it's a good thing overall that we've got more teams that can be filled, ultimately, and that some of these Sassel clubs can have competition in State League 2 and Sassel. So from that perspective, I think it's a good thing. I guess you sort of got to wonder about the quality of the State League 2, maybe in the near term, but I think in general, the more competition that players have, the better.
Yeah. I disagree. I think if you want to bring Sassel teams over, I think there should be an open pyramid, not bringing teams over because it's going to take away from Sassel, which I think there's been some great quality there. But seeing teams like Downs and then you've got Anglevale, a strong side as well, they're having to get players to go into that State League 2 and taking their whole team. Well, most of their team Downs. Others have gone elsewhere. But I don't know. I think if you want to have the clubs come up, don't force them over. open up or come up with a pyramid system as such, if there is a happy medium there. I don't know.
Fingers crossed. We've all been crying for it.
If there's a happy medium there, I just don't want to see Sassel being taken away from, diluted and getting rid of all their strong teams and and going over to State League 2. And I love both sides of it, and also the Sassel podcast as well. I want a strong competition to talk about each week.
Ultimately, you want the competitions to all complement each other, and I think to your point, the only way you can do that is to have an open pyramid.
Absolutely. Well, hot topics. We could talk all day. I love this segment, but I do love a new segment. And for those of you that are watching on Channel 44, you will be heading to a break. But for those that are sticking around on YouTube, we have a Volunteer of the Week interview. We caught up with this week's Volunteer of the Week. It's great to highlight these volunteers every week. Head to thelocalgame.com.au /win to enter and nominate a volunteer for their chance to win a $50 voucher, gift card. And let's have a listen to that interview. And for those of you on Channel 44, we'll see you after the break.
Elle Morby from Mount Barker United. I'm the junior coordinator, managing the Mini Roos, YSL and YPL kids here, as well as the junior treasurer. So I was thrown into volunteering like most of us pretty quickly. A very keen president saw me offering for a little bit of help, and I committed to it pretty quick. The reason I love volunteering is seeing the happy faces on the kids. There's nothing quite more fulfilling than seeing all the kids running out on the pitch and enjoying soccer. So my favourite thing about the club in Mount Barker is just growing the region as a whole. Mount Barker's defined as a regional centre for football, but we've probably got one of the best facilities in the state. So with our population numbers growing pretty rapidly, we're getting a lot of people out here and involved in sport, and giving them the opportunity to play at a facility like this is fantastic. So my biggest achievement here while at Mount Barker United's definitely been the Power of Her grant, which we've just been successfully granted. It was based around female participation in sport and building on that. So as a club, we wanted to approach it a little bit differently. We didn't want to go for another equipment grant or buying t-shirts and things. That's all great, but we really wanted to approach it with a holistic view of soccer. I pretty much live, breathe and sleep at the club. My kids and I joke that we're here more than home, but we love it that much. So my role is pretty broad, obviously being treasurer and coordinator, but organising the teams, getting kids signed up, help out with sponsorship, revenue, billing, but also just making sure all the teams have what they need to keep playing soccer. Incredibly rewarding. I love it. Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. It takes a lot of time and energy, but like I said, seeing the kids' happy smiling faces and seeing more kids come out and try it is worth it every day of the week. So really thankful to the person that nominated me as Volunteer of the Week. Thank you Foodland and the local game for the gift voucher.
Well, there's our first winner of Volunteer of the Week. Very exciting, Simon. I'm so excited to bring this in. Foodland have jumped on board. Big shout out to our mates at Foodland for getting on board. There's so much about that community aspect. Well, they are our local stores, and now they're part of the local game, which is, I think it's a match made in heaven in my eyes.
Yeah, I think so too. Proud South Australian company,
Yes.
and getting behind SA Sport. We love it.
Yeah, mighty South Aussies. And it's a mighty good job that our community members in volunteers do for us, and to be able to reward them. We've had Volunteer of the Year over the last couple of years, and this year it is going to be back Volunteer of the Year, but in a different form, because we've got the weekly ones, and those people will go in the running to win a $500 gift card, all thanks to Foodland. We'll talk about the details of that, how you can play a part in that as well. In the off season, last year's Volunteer of the Year, Nenad sadly passed away, and when I read his form that got sent in last year, it was just heartwarming to see what he's done for the community, and knowing a bit of what he was dealing with at the time, but still giving back to the community was inspiring. But very sad news in the off season, and I just wanted to pass my thoughts on to Nenad's family, friends, and also the community at Alecretia Raiders.
Yeah, sad to hear that news, but obviously a massive legacy that he's left, which him and his family can be really proud of.
Yeah, and we do also pass our condolences on to other people in the community that have lost their family and loved ones in the off season, because there's been sadly a few, and our thoughts go out to you guys And yeah, well, that is the local game with Volunteer of the Week, all thanks to Foodland. And up next is Club Talk. So yes, we'll be on that very, very soon. It's a local game.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Welcome back. We got a big show still to go, and last year went off. 30 weeks I had to do, or 30 little segments, and it was a lot of driving for me. And well, I'm stupid enough to do it once again. It is Club Talk, and Simon, I am very excited for this one, and it's going to be pretty big.
I heard you were specially requested for this particular Club Talk as well.
Yeah, we got hounded during the Oz Champs.
And they weren't the only ones.
No. Oh, no, I've got a lot. There's a whole list. And you can also, on the website of thelocalgame.com.au, you can also enter your interests that you want to be a part of it. And hopefully we can get out to you. So I've just got overwhelmed with how many people are asking me to be a part of it that I just said I need to do a list so I can keep it. Just go there.
Fair.
But these guys here, it is Noah McNamara, pro behind the mic. I actually was a bit worried, but what was there to worry about? It was fantastic. And MetroStars, they've winded down from the Oz Champs after a very long time of training and playing, and now they're ready to go again. Let's have a look. Let's head down to TK Shutout Reserve to check out Club Talk with the MetroStars.
The Local Game 2026 Club Talk Episode 1 at MetroStars. My name's Noel McNamara. Let's go chat to the boys. We've got our newly promoted Anthony Rapuano looking to, I believe, fill up the ice bath. Rapper, what's your most favourite thing to do after a training session on a 36-degree night?
Go in the ice bath.
Awesome.
Tommy Hill tonight he's with the women, so it's my job to put it in and just go in for a few minutes and recover.
Love your work. Vinny, come here. Welcome to Metro, firstly. How have you found it so far?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Really high intensity. Getting along with all the boys, very welcoming, and yeah, it's been awesome.
Awesome. And how have you found Tassie Breeden as a goalkeeper coach?
Yeah, he's a character, but he is an amazing keeper coach, and yeah, I've already learned heaps off of him.
Scott Nagel.
Oh no.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many students did you suspend this afternoon?
Only the one this afternoon. Turned on a shower in the science lab and flooded the place. So yeah,
that's brilliant. And anticipating to suspend how many before the end of the week?
0. It's a very, very good school, and the kids are very well behaved.
Good to hear. It's because you're in charge, isn't it? Wolsey, captain, big shoes to fill this year.
Yeah.
Fabian Barbiera. I know you wore the armband for most of the year last year. But in saying that, how proud are you to take over from the big number 18?
Yeah, of course. It's an honour and a privilege, and big shoes to fill, like you said. So hopefully I can do that for the boys.
Awesome. Now tell me how you really feel.
Bloody ecstatic.
Rapper! Look what he's done with the ice bath. He had one job. Dangers. Super duper flavour of choice. What have we gone with tonight? Oh no, it's a no sugar.
It's the old no sugar tropical, unfortunately. Not many left in the bag there, so beggars can't be choosers, right?
If you had first choice, what's your go-to?
Normal packet. I'm going lime.
Lime?
Greeny, yeah.
Yeah.
Lime or blackcurrant. Unreal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't rate a fairy floss?
Nah, more just your generic type flavours. Even a pineapple, underrated. Always left at the end of the bag. No one wants them. I'm happy to take them.
Visa, come have a chat, brother. Come have a chat. Another Roma Mitchell teacher, Nicholas Petticini. He had a great day. Explain. Why'd you have a great day?
Oh, Scotty reckons I can't control my class. So when he came in, they were nice and quiet. He was a bit shocked.
I reckon you're a pretty good teacher. Straight out of uni, this one. Straight out of uni. Now, I know we're in real estate, McGee's property, if that's what they're called, McGee's something. Tell me a little bit more about what your role entails.
So I'm a graduate commercial valuer. So, yeah, just finished my uni degree. And
Very nice.
I've gone into that role.
Very nice.
I don't know, entails a bit of market research, looking at different values of comparable properties, and then arriving at a rate.
Yeah, Rapper, keep sweeping, keep sweeping. We'll go have a word with the coaches. Hello, how are we, coaches? Danny, just a quick word.
Have you noticed they entered the office before we'd even said come in?
Usually we've got music blowing, so I just knock and go and hope for the best.
Have a seat, mate.
We've got to do what the coach is told. Very nice. And that's 50-50 out on the road in front of a computer, or a bit of a different skew?
Yeah, more, say 90-10, office to out on the road.
Yeah,
Only
right.
ever out on the road if you're doing inspections and to see the property. Apart from that, yeah.
Very nice. Well, if you're looking for some commercial work or commercial valuation, go see McGee's. 2 weeks out from round 1 against Campbelltown. I know we spoke briefly for Metro and Dimmy, but can you tell us a bit more about how we're feeling about the group?
Look, I feel we're feeling pretty good. Some useful additions to the squad. They've settled in well, training hard. I think you'll be there. You know that. Look, I think we'd probably have liked a few more weeks leading into it, I think, but, the championship being what it is, we came in pretty late, but some real positive signs I think we're seeing, particularly in last week's training session, that we're just starting to hit our traps again.
Jackson Fortunato, first of our 2 finance gurus in the change room. How was work today?
Yeah, it was good. Good day today, yeah. Didn't do too much, but a bit of table tennis.
Do you ever do much with SOTs around?
Yeah.
And one player that we haven't seen from last year's squad to keep an eye out on?
Oh, to keep an eye out on. The new Ren. The new version of Ren. Ren Miyakawa.
Rennie, come. I need you very quickly. All right, I've got 3 questions for you. How's Australia been?
It's amazing.
How's MetroStars?
Amazing.
Are you excited for round 1?
Yep.
Good to hear.
Thank you.
All right, that has been episode 1 of 2026's Club Talk with Noel McNamara. Hope you enjoyed.
Welcome back to the local game. We are ready to go into some more chat about football. The Australia Cup preliminary rounds. Very excited for this. The Women's Cup will be happening soon, I predict, for the WNPL WSL Cup. But for the men's, it's in early stages because there's so many teams involved. And right now we've got regional teams, we've got Sassel teams, and I'm hoping for some cup sets. And there could be some on the rise very soon this weekend. Let's talk about those games. What are you looking forward to most? I think for me, the one that stands out most is the last year's game where South Adelaide lost to Para Hills East. Para Hills East went on to win Sassel in dramatic fashion right at the last game against Elizabeth Downs as well. So huge. They're looking to do it again.
Yeah, we love a revival of a grudge match. That's one I'm looking forward to. I think the Greek derby is another one that I'm looking forward to.
The food down is going to be excellent.
Yeah, yes.
Pontian and the Raptors.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. Been down to check out both those teams last year, and it was a good experience at both of the grounds, so looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm a little bit Greeked out though. I've been to so many Greek festivals recently.
Well,
I don't know, but I'll definitely be
I made the comment, it wouldn't be a criminal thing trying to have a few at the back of the year instead of loading them up front, but that's another story. The distance derby is going to be an interesting one as well.
Yeah.
A team from Narracourt going to be travelling all the way to Whyalla. I think almost an 8-hour drive as well. So it's going to be a long trip. Good chance at the start of this season as well for the players to, bond, I guess. And 8 hours on a bus is one way to do it.
And bonding will be very interesting on the way back if they lose. That's going to be hard. Imagine the ride back. Oh, I could not deal with that. But well, I've done the 8-hour trip to Melbourne. I think I did it 3 times in a matter of a couple of weeks, and it's not the greatest to sit in the car for that long. But in a bus, different story.
Look,
we'll see.
With the full team that's ready to go, ready to play, I'm sure time is going to go nice and quickly for them. So,
the bus to Mildura was fun for Sassel when I went there for the state competition, but state team competition. But that was a different story altogether. That was my off season.
Oh,
I loved it.
I
That was
think
my end of season trip.
I feel like the Sassel guys will know how to party a little bit better on the bus too.
I think they would like to differ with that one. They'll say I partied every night. I was out every night. But let's quickly touch on the game a bit more. The other games, what other ones stand out on football side of things? The teams I'm looking forward to seeing out there as well, like, those two games are huge, but I really want to see how Raptors go against Pontian, because Raptors played well last year. They're a good side. Pontian, they struggled a bit, but let's see how they go in this game. It's the first one. Pontian had a bit more game time under their belt as opposed to Raptors, with the preseason starting a bit later. But what are you expecting football-wise to come out of this first round? Because anything can really happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we got to expect the unexpected a little bit. First round is when we're likely to see the cup sets, and maybe you got to wonder at this time of year as well. All teams approaching it the same way. Some might be taking an opportunity to take an extra week for teams to get fit. So this might be a chance for an underdog to come up on top.
Absolutely. We'll see how they go. Who will be that underdog? Keep some eyes out, because I think your Teacher Gullies are going to be a good team to watch out for. Para Hills East, absolutely. So just keep an eye out. Westies as well, Para Hills West. There's some of those those Sassel teams to look out for. I've really kept an eye on the Sassel last year, so I'm looking forward to it. But also, Elizabeth Downs against Playford, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's going to be really exciting. That's one of the ones that we're sort of rubbing our hands together about when we saw the draw. So that's going to be another one.
I've got to get used to it though, because I keep looking and going, oh, it's a Sassel team versus a federation. Like, actually, no, it's not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
No, but it'll be interesting to see how they go, because Elizabeth Downs love the cup. So keep an eye out. We'll talk more about State League in a couple of weeks' time, but keep an eye on them. I think they're going to do well. They might do in the Atletico this year and get automatic promotion. Well, not automatic, but get promoted in the first year is what my call is right now.
Big call.
Huge call. Big call as well is bringing this guy back into things. Antonis Bagonis with Press for Time. Let's head over to him. Antonis, what do you got for us?
Well, Johnny, back for another year, and I'll tell you who else looks to be back. Adelaide City women's team. After being relegated to the WSL, life under Paul Morris started in the best possible way, making the WSL pre-season cup final and beating Sturt 3-1. Great achievement from them before the season. Keep an eye out for the WMPL pre-season cup final.
Well, Antonis, absolute legend. He is fantastic. I love having him part of the show. He's a local treasure, isn't he?
He is. And look for his snaps as well online. He takes some beauties.
Yeah, he does.
He's been getting some practice in during pre-season as well.
Yeah, well, he was, sorry. Saw him over in China as well, went for a holiday. So he's back refreshed, and I think can easily get sapped out of him quickly with his commitments for local football and this show. But, well, it's been great. Head to thelocalgame.com.au/win to put your interest in for your club if you want to come on Club Talk, or nominate a volunteer for Volunteer of the Week. We're so excited to have these initiatives part of the show, and also another initiative coming up with our other partner of the show as well, Macron. We're going to do something special a bit later on. It's a new segment coming up there as well as part of that partnership, so it'll be a bit of fun. But anyway, Simon, a pleasure as always.
Thank you. Pleasure kicking off season 2026 with you.
Yeah, it's been great, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed this set. Been a lot of work. I've loved it, mate. And also a big shout out to Triple M with Ruined Debts being a part of that cameo, and also with the head coach Ayrton Andrioli. Fantastic.
Great sport. That was a lot of fun.
It was. Well, that was the way to kick things off. Go big or go home. You can go home. You can stay home if you're really there. But anyway, that's all from the local game. We'll see you all next week.